Daniela was a young macaque monkey that resided in the massive Cambodian temple and ruined complex known as the Angkorian jungle. She adored her mother, who took good care of her, fed her, and kept her safe. Daniela frequently accompanied her mother while she looked for food and water because she was interested in the world around her. Although Daniela loved to play with the other young monkeys in her tribe, she never left her mother's side. The Angkor Wat Temple, one of the most stunning constructions in the forest, was one day nearby while Daniela and her mother were taking a nap under a big tree. Daniela curled up against her mother's soft fur because she was feeling exhausted after a long day of exploring. She averted her gaze and fell into a restful sleep. She had no idea that this would be her mother's last meeting with her. Daniela's mother heard a loud noise coming from the temple when Daniela was sleeping. When she raised her head, she noticed some people approaching them on foot. They had caps, cameras, and bags with them. Although they seemed to be visitors, they also presented a hazard. Because people frequently hurt or stole food from the monkeys, her mother had grown to distrust them. Before they came too near, she made the decision to run. In an effort to wake Daniela awake, she gave her a little nose nudge. But Daniela was too exhausted to pay attention, knowing she had to get out immediately or run the risk of being discovered by humans. Her mother worried. In an instant, she decided to leave Daniela behind. In the hopes that Daniela would follow her, she sprinted away from the tree. The main character in the aforementioned video is Daniela. She is a small baby monkey that goes through a horrific occurrence when she wakes up after falling asleep in the Angkorian forest and discovering that her mother has abandoned her. This incident serves as the starting point of Daniela's difficult path. Daniela wanders towards a group of monkeys after being abandoned in search of company and safety. But rather of finding comfort, she is made the object of their hostility and ridicule. As Daniela strives to find her place in the wild without her mother's guidance and support, her life turns into one of sorrow and solitude. Daniela shows tenacity and persistence despite the challenges she endures. She gains the independence to hunt for food on her own and look for shelter. Through her innate instincts and adaptability, she manages to survive in the harsh environment of the Angkorian forest. When a kind human observer stumbles across Daniela and decides to step in, Daniela's narrative changes for the better. She recovers and changes as a result of this experience. Daniela recovers physically and emotionally with the help of the observer, finally reintegrating into nature. Daniela's story makes her a poster child for empowerment and optimism. Her tale demonstrates how resilient animals can be when faced with hardship and emphasizes the need of kindness in conservation efforts in defending and conserving our natural environment. Overall, Daniela's tale serves as a monument to the power of the human-animal love and to the amazing ability of people to overcome obstacles and find forgiveness. A few minutes later, a chilly and lonely Daniela woke up. When she opened her eyes, she saw that her mother had left. She had a look around, but she was unable to spot any further monkeys. She had a wave of panic and uncertainty. What happened to her mother? Where had her troops gone? They left her, but why? She began to sob, crying out in a loud, pathetic voice. She wished her mother would hear her and go get her. Nobody did, however, show up. In the Angkorian wilderness, she was by herself. She chose to go in search of her mother and her group. She descended from the tree and started their customary route of travel. She hoped but had no idea where she was heading, that she will soon locate them. She took a lengthy stroll while passing several monuments and temples. She came across many exotic sights that she had never seen before, including gates, towers, and sculptures of gods and goddesses. She also saw a lot of people, who all stared at her and snapped photos of her. She sprinted away from several of them as they attempted to approach or feed her. She had no faith in them.